Well, no, go ahead. I ain't consent to no search. They searching my car. I got stopped for a front license plate, and she was searching my car. I ain't consent to no searches. I gave her my concealed carry. Miss Cohn. Come again? Yeah, and I got my concealed carry. I'm an authorized carry.
FBI, open the door now. Marcus freezes mid-step, coffee spilling from his hand as fists pound against the wood again, louder this time. It's 6:12 in the morning in a quiet suburban street where nothing ever happens, and yet 3 federal agents are standing on his porch, waiting. Marcus Hale, a respected businessman, clean record, no charges, stares at the door like it's about to explode. 10 years ago, a girl died in his apartment. Official story? A robbery gone wrong. Case closed. Marcus walked free, while her brother spent a decade knowing something wasn't right. And now, without warning, the FBI is here. Marcus forces a smile, opens the door just a crack. Is there a problem? The lead agent doesn't smile back. He holds up a badge, then says one sentence that drains all the color from Marcus's face. Where were you the night Lily Carter died? The words hang in the air like something heavy, something final. Marcus doesn't answer right away. His grip tightens on the door, knuckles whitening as his eyes flick between the agents, searching for a crack, a mistake, anything he can use to stay in control. That was investigated, he finally says, voice steady but just barely. You're 10 years too late. The lead agent doesn't move, doesn't blink. Step outside, Mr. Hale. Across town, Daniel Carter wipes grease from his hands, staring at his phone like it's about to burn him. The voice on the other end had been calm, too calm. Daniel, we reopened your sister's case. For a second, he couldn't even breathe. Now he's standing in the middle of his garage, tools scattered around him, memories hitting all at once. Lily laughing, Lily arguing, Lily telling him she trusted Marcus. And the last time he saw her, she looked scared. Back at the house, Marcus steps onto the porch. The early morning air feels colder than it should. Neighbors are starting to notice, curtains shifting, doors cracking open just enough to watch. This is unnecessary, Marcus says, forcing a polite smile. If you have questions, my lawyer. Turn around, the second agent interrupts. That's when it hits him. This isn't a conversation. This is something else. Marcus hesitates for just a fraction of a second too long, and one of the agents notices. You've had 10 years, the lead agent says quietly. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Marcus slowly turns, but his eyes don't stay on the agents. They drift past them, down the street, like he's calculating distance, timing, options, like he's done this before, like he's thinking about running. And at that exact moment, Daniel's phone buzzes again. A text this time, just 3 words. We have him. A second of silence stretches across Marcus Hale's front porch. Then the lead FBI agent steps forward. Hands where we can see them. Marcus lets out a short laugh, controlled, almost rehearsed. You're seriously doing this here in front of my neighbors? But even as he speaks, his eyes flick to the left again, the driveway, the street, the distance between him and the open world beyond the agents. It's subtle, but not missed. One agent notices immediately and shifts his stance. Across town, Daniel Carter is already moving. He's in his car now, engine idling, phone pressed tight to his ear. They said they reopened it, Daniel says, voice tight, almost breaking. Why now? There's a pause on the line. Then the FBI agent responds carefully. Because something we couldn't see 10 years ago is visible now. Daniel grips the steering wheel harder. 10 years ago, Lily Carter was found dead in her apartment, her jewelry gone, the room torn apart. Police called it a robbery, but Daniel never believed it. Because Lily didn't just date Marcus Hale, she trusted him, and that trust had changed everything. Back at Marcus's house, the agents finally step inside without waiting for permission. The door swings open fully now, exposing the perfect interior, polished floors, framed awards, expensive silence. Mr. Hale, the lead agent says, calm but sharp, we're going to ask you some questions about the night of July 18th. Marcus exhales slowly. That was a long time ago, he replies, but something flickers in his face when he hears the date, just for a split second.
And Daniel hears it too, because the agent on the phone repeats it to him. July 18th is where everything changes. Daniel's stomach tightens, because that date isn't just history, it's the last night Lily was seen alive. And then the agent adds one more thing, quiet, almost reluctant. "Mr. Carter, there's something we never told you about that night." The line goes dead for half a second, then reconnects, and what comes next makes Daniel slam his foot on the brakes in the middle of the road. Daniel's car is stopped in the middle of the road, horn blaring behind him, someone shouting, but he doesn't move. "What do you mean you never told me?" Daniel says into the phone, voice tight, almost breaking. "What are you talking about?" On the other end, the FBI agent lowers his voice. "Because we didn't have proof back then." A pause. Then, "Now we do." At Marcus Hale's house, the agents are already inside. Marcus stands in his living room now, hands lowered but tense, watching as one of them places a sealed evidence folder on his glass coffee table. Inside, photos, old reports, reopened files, and something else. A clear plastic bag containing a small, aged piece of evidence. Marcus's jaw tightens the moment he sees it. Across town, Daniel listens as the agent continues. "We recovered a partial fingerprint from your sister's apartment. It was unusable at the time. Technology couldn't clean it up." Daniel leans forward in his seat. "But now?" "It matches Marcus Hale." Silence. Not shock, something heavier, something that sits in the chest and refuses to move. Daniel whispers, "That's not enough to reopen a case 10 years later." "It wasn't," the agent interrupts. "That's not why we came back." A beat. Then the line changes. A second voice joins the call, another agent. "Mr. Carter, your sister wasn't just a victim of a break-in." Daniel closes his eyes.
Back in Marcus's house, the atmosphere has shifted. The agents are no longer just questioning, they're watching him differently now, like they're waiting for him to slip. One of them finally speaks. "Do you recognize this?" He slides a photograph across the table. Marcus looks down, and for the first time, his calm breaks slightly. It's Lily's apartment, but not the one from the police report. This one shows something the public never saw, a hidden room. Daniel hears the agent's next words clearly through the phone. "She found something in there, didn't she?" Marcus's fingers twitch, just once, but enough. And that's when the agent in front of him stands up slowly and says, "Mr. Hale, we're not here just for a murder anymore." A long silence. Then, "We're here because your sister may have exposed something much bigger." Before anyone can react, Marcus's phone vibrates on the table. Unknown number. One message. "We know what you did after she died." Marcus stares at the vibrating phone like it might explode. No one in the room moves. The FBI agents don't reach for it. They don't need to. They're watching him now, closer than before, reading every micro-expression he can't hide anymore. Slowly, Marcus picks it up. The message is still there. "We know what you did after she died." Across town, Daniel is still on the line, but now he's silent, listening, breathing hard, waiting. "Answer it," the agent beside Marcus says calmly. Marcus doesn't. Instead, he locks the screen. A mistake. The lead agent steps forward again. "Mr. Hale, this is no longer about a break-in. It's about what happened after Lily Carter was killed." Marcus finally speaks, voice sharper now. "I didn't kill anyone." But his tone has changed. The control is thinner, fracturing. The agent slides another file onto the table. This one is different. Not crime scene photos, bank records, property transfers, unexplained payments. Marcus freezes. Across the phone line, Daniel hears everything, and then the FBI agent says the words that tie it all together. "Your sister didn't just stumble onto a relationship, she stumbled onto a network." Marcus steps back instinctively. "No," he says quickly, "that's not—" But the agent interrupts. "And after she died, that network expanded, and you benefited from it."
A long, suffocating silence. Outside, neighbors are fully watching now, phones out, whispers spreading, a perfect morning turning into something unforgettable. Marcus turns his head slightly toward the window. For the first time, he looks trapped. Then, a loud knock echoes from the front door again, but this time it's not FBI, it's backup. More agents enter fast, controlled, coordinated, and one of them says clearly, he's not going anywhere. Marcus's breathing changes, faster now, and Daniel hears the final confirmation through the phone as the agent whispers, "We've got the full case, we've got the witness, and we've got the confession we've been waiting for." Marcus suddenly looks straight at the lead agent, and in a voice barely controlled, he says, "You don't understand what happens if this goes public." The agent doesn't blink. That's exactly why it already has. From outside, a neighbor screams, "They're arresting Marcus Hale!" Marcus turns sharply toward the sound, and in that split-second hesitation, the agents move. "Marcus Hale," the lead agent says, stepping forward with cuffs ready, "you are under arrest for the murder of Lily Carter." The cuffs click. Final. No negotiation. No escape. Just 10 years of silence, ending in one sound. And as Marcus is led out the door into blinding daylight, Daniel finally speaks for the first time in minutes, voice broken but steady. "So it was true." And the agent answers softly, "It was always true." Marcus sits in the back of the FBI vehicle, wrists restrained, staring straight ahead. For the first time in 10 years, there is no confidence on his face, no control, only silence. Across the city, Daniel arrives at the FBI field office without remembering the drive. He just knows he's there, standing in a hallway, waiting for answers he's carried in his chest for a decade. An agent meets him at the door. "It's done," the agent says quietly. Daniel doesn't respond at first, because done doesn't feel real. Inside the interrogation room, Marcus finally breaks the silence. "I want a deal," he says quickly. "You don't understand what you're stepping into." But the lead agent leans forward. "We understand everything." Then the full truth is laid out, clearly, finally, completely. Lily Carter wasn't just dating Marcus Hale. She accidentally uncovered financial records tied to a hidden trafficking and money laundering network connected to Marcus's property business. She confronted him the night she died. There was an argument, things escalated, and Marcus killed her, not just to silence her, but to protect everything built around that network. But what Marcus never knew was that Lily had already sent copies of what she found to a secure contact. That contact eventually reached the FBI, and 10 years later, advances in forensic recovery, financial tracing, and a cooperating witness finally connected all the missing pieces. The case didn't reopen because of one clue. It reopened because the entire system finally aligned. Daniel sits down as the agent explains it, and for the first time, he doesn't ask why her. He already knows. Because she found the truth. Emotion hits him slowly, not loud, not dramatic, just heavy, the kind that stays. He lowers his head, hands shaking slightly. At Marcus's side, everything collapses. His businesses are frozen within hours. His name is erased from boards overnight. Former allies distance themselves immediately. The media storm erupts before sunset. The man who was untouchable for 10 years becomes the center of a nationwide investigation. But the final moment isn't in the courtroom. It's outside, at Lily's grave. Daniel stands alone, evening wind moving through the quiet cemetery. He places his hand on the stone. "I'm sorry it took so long," he says softly. A long pause. No answers, no voices. Just peace where there used to be anger. Back in custody, Marcus finally understands something he never considered before. Freedom built on lies never lasts. Final shot. Daniel walking away from the grave as the sun sets behind him. Not healed, but no longer trapped in the past.